well, we'll get going, and I'm sure some more people will join during the housekeeping. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for this webinar on Spier Hotel. I'm joined by Jolene Wint, who is the sales manager for the hotel and meeting rooms, and she'll be presenting the property to you today. This webinar is going to be recorded. We'll be sending out the recording to those of you who registered in the next couple of days, and it will also go on our YouTube and also feature on the Spier Hotel Accommodation Hub page on the Travel Hub collection. So there's a few places you'll be able to find it afterwards, share with your teams, and go back to. We will be running a Q&A at the end of the webinar, so do stick around and pop some questions in the Q&A throughout, and Jolene will be answering those at the end. But for now, I will pass over to Jolene and she will update you on Spier Hotel. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's lovely to be with you today. I am based at the hotel at the moment. So for those that don't know, Spier's currently undergoing extensive renovations. It's almost been a year long. We closed our hotel March of 2024 and we're reopening in March 2025. So quite a busy bee. It's the site is incredible with a buzz, lots of human activity. So apologies if there is a little bit of a noise interference. It shouldn't be, but it just shows you how eager we are to get ready and to start welcoming guests. So as Alice said, my name is Jolene. I look after the trade partners, and it's my absolute privilege. I think I've got the best job in the world because I get to share a little bit of Spier, which is one of my favorite places in the world, with everyone. So I'll take you on this journey. So just a little bit for everyone that don't know what's happened, or doesn't know Spier as well, or historically knew Spier quite a bit. So in a nutshell, what's happened is that we've undergone quite a big transformation since around 2021. So Spier in the past historically was known as one of the biggest conference venues in the Western Cape, specifically in the Winelands. We closed our conference venue completely in 2021. And where we used to have a 160-bedroom hotel, we are downscaling to 80 rooms. So in a nutshell, we're completely repositioning ourselves. We are an incredible destination for leisure guests. We've always been. But we're solely focusing on leisure and on smaller groups, but that's the aspect of our business. For us now, it is quality over quantity, so reducing our room numbers to 80, and then just sharing this incredible space with our trade partners and with our guests, and really, really leveling up our offering. So where we used to be known as a 4-star accommodation offering, we'll now have a 5-star accommodation offering. Still incredible for couples, honeymooners, families. I mean, there's 625 hectares to traverse, or if you work in acres, 1,500 acres. So one thing that you are guaranteed at Spier is to get in your steps when you come and visit us, even if it's just for a site inspection. I am going to take you through the presentation and share what's exciting happening at our hotel. So Spier is based in Stellenbosch, or just on the outskirts of Stellenbosch, in the Cape Winelands. We are 28 kilometers from the airport, so that is about 20 minutes outside of peak traffic, which is just the morning traffic. So really, really good way to get, quick way to get to from the airport to the hotel. Or if guests are departing on a late flight, it's a wonderful space to sit, book a late checkout, or just, we'll hold their luggage for them and they still have the farm to traverse and spend the day before they leave. In the past, and historically, but we can see it now with booking patterns again as well, is that often people, because there's so much to offer at the hotel, and specifically families or a multi-generational family, where you have to tick many boxes, with needs and interest. We often find that families make Spier the base. So instead of staying in a Cape Town hotel, they'll come and stay here for 4 or 5 days and actually explore Cape Town and the surrounds from the Winelands. They can always come back to a place with incredible space to to enjoy and the kids to run around. But there's so many activities that really, really cater to everyone that it's a wonderful base to explore the Cape from. So renovations I mentioned. So we are a destination. We are a farm. Our whole farm is 625 hectares. That includes a little bit of the agricultural side as well. But this area that you're seeing now is the area that is up for renovations. So this is what we refer to as the village. It's the accommodation side of our offering. Here you've got your reception, your main building, pool and spa, a big wellness area, our suites adjacent to the Easter feed, the first river, translated, runs through our property, and then the villas at the back, which I'll share a little bit of information when I get to it. So what does the new hotel entail? All in all, 68 luxury rooms, as well as 2 villas that join a little bit later. 12 suites. Both of the villas are 2-bedroom. They'll join our collection mid-March. An extensive F&B offering. This is just at the hotel, referring to the hotel, not mentioning what's happening on the rest of the farm. So 2 restaurants, 3 bars, 24-hour room service. And then facilities and services. So we really a very, very passionate team, coming from all walks of incredible hospitality establishments in the Cape. So we've got an incredible hospitality team that's there to take care of your guests, to really offer a bespoke and a personalized service. Included in our facilities is a heated pool. It is a 20-meter heated pool that's open year-round as well. A state-of-the-art gym. You really have to motivate people in the winelands to be active, because otherwise this is the type of activity that often happens. We've got a buzz club for children ages 3 to 12. That's complimentary for everyone staying with us. And then guests have access to the full farms as an incredible experiences that share our love of wine, art, and our regenerative farming practices. There's also a wellness spa with a Cape Herbal bathhouse, 10 treatment rooms, infrared sauna, steam rooms, and a little adult-only cold pool as well. So this is the main building. This is where the reception and our bar is. We're opening in March. We don't have photography yet. The photography will take in February. So we'll share that soon with you. But what I'm showing you now is artist impressions or renders of how that space would be. So walking in immediately, you are greeted. So there's an additional access point for our hotel guests. So they are met by one of our team members at the gate. They'll announce themselves that, say, you know, that Miss and so-and-so is checking in. The team member will then alert our guest host team, will wait at reception for the guests. The guests will get out of their car. We offer valet parking, so we'll go park their vehicle. We take care of their luggage, and they'll come into this space. Beautifully air-conditioned controlled, so nice and cozy in winter, nice and cool in summer. It's not a reception desk that they, you know, go and stand behind. These lounge pockets throughout these 2 spaces, which I'll show you the wine gallery space or the bar in a bit. And guests come, they sit down, they have a welcome drink, and we confirm the itinerary with them, or we confirm, you know, what has been booked, what we need to still assist them with, and we make sure that we anticipate their needs and we look after them during their stay. So this is our reception area. Right here at the back is our farm shop, the cow shed, or a smaller version of the cow shed. Then this is our bar. So obviously Spier is very, very well known for our wines. Spier is a wine farm that started, our winemakers like to say they started making wine in 1692. I say we started drinking wine in 1692. But really, really an exceptional wine brand that's really known locally. We have so many art pieces. We've got over 3,000 art pieces in our collection. And at any stage there is 1,800 displayed on the farm. And this is the wine gallery with the wine bar, where we share our love of our incredible wines and our incredible arts. It's a place where there's ample plug points. It's a quiet spot where guests can connect. They can meet their guide here. They can have, if they, you know, meeting friends, they can meet here for a drink. It's a wonderful, exceptional space throughout the day, the ambient lighting that we can change. So really just a nice spot to relax. Then this is Felt, our main restaurant. So this is a dinner service restaurant only, open access kitchen, exceptional food, locally grown on our farm. This area here is our wine gallery. So this is a wine library. It's a working spot. It's where we can take in. There's a table that seats up to 8 guests, where we can do bespoke tastings for our guests. Guests can go in, with our sommelier or one of our wine stewards and pick a bottle of wine before dinner. It's a really nice place where we can actively showcase some of our wines. From the restaurant, exceptional terraces. So we've extended our terrace space for those that's been to Spier before. In the winelands, we most likely year round have incredible weather, and you find that guests always try and naturally gravitate to the outdoors. So we've spent exceptional or made sure that our terrace areas are exceptional places where guests would want to go and want to sit and look at the fynbos around us. Part of our refurb project is also rewilding our gardens. So though Spier is a wine farm, we form part of a biome that's called Renosterveld. It's a cousin of fynbos. And at the moment, there is a study done a few years ago that showed that there's most probably just 2% of the Renosterveld population left in the world. It is endemic to this area, so Spiers, well as other properties in Stellenbosch, Plattekloof, Durbanville Hills, if you know those areas, are actively rewilding spaces and hoping that we can restore this incredible biome. So in the past, where this area used to be large lawn spaces, it's now beautiful curated fynbos gardens. There is still some lawn spaces, but what we've seen, because the rewilding of the farm isn't something that's just started happening overnight. It's something that we've been actively doing for 12 to 13 years, and it's brought incredible birds and butterflies and dragonflies to our garden. So it really is a space where you can just sit and see the sugar birds and see the dragonflies, and just it's so harmonious just sitting there in nature. So our outdoor terraces adjacent to Veld Restaurant. This is our breakfast and lunch room. It's called the garden room. Beautiful views of the garden. So part of our project is, if you've been to Spier before, our gardens were kind of created to form a barrier between us and the river. Now our gardens are landscaped in the sense to flow towards the river. So you'll sit kind of, can see this beautiful space. There's ample terrace space around. And then from the garden room, you'll go to our pool area. So very, very excited and proud of our pool bar. This is going to be a full service bar. So anything from smoothies, cocktails, great wine, coffees, everything is available here throughout the day. We've got 2 fireplaces as well. So just to create a beautiful atmosphere as well. Lots of seating around the pool. And then the pool, we had the biggest pool in the winelands. We've completely gutted it, built an even bigger pool, and it's heated now year round. So yeah, exceptional spot. And then this space here, sorry, let me just go back to give you an idea of reference. So this space here is our rooftop bar. So lovely spot. It's an adults only spot from 5 o'clock onwards in the evening. A great place where guests can join us for a drink before they either join us for dinner or they go out for dinner. Small plates of food, so I think charcuterie, olives, a little snacky before you have a wine with some wine, not to spoil your dinner, but exceptional views over our farm. Just I mentioned this is an adults only spot. When it comes to our pool is an for everyone pool, so it's not just for families, it's for everyone. And then for those guests that necessarily, they're honeymooners, they don't want to be around other families at the pool, our spa will have a pool as well, and they can go head over to the adult pool at the spa. So accommodation. So 80 rooms in total, 2 villas at the back, which will open 2025, or I guess we are in 2025, so it will open around June, July this year. Our suites are adjacent along the river, and then our luxury rooms are spread out across the property. So while the others were renders, these are actual photos of our rooms. It was really important for us to get our rooms right. It's a an incredible passion project also for the family that owns Spier, or not just, it's more than a passion project, it's an incredible project, and they're very, very passionate about it. So we had 4 sample rooms built to make sure that we get it right. We wanted to make sure we know how textiles feel, how everything fit together, and based on that, we've renovated the other 18 rooms. This is an entry-level room. It's called the luxury room. So in Spier, our rooms are ground floor and first floor. So this is a first floor room. Good size, 40 square meters. There's nothing that you need in the room. There's plug points where you need it. There's underfloor heating in the bathroom. There's fans, there's air conditioning. You have a minibar in the room. There's a fireplace in all the rooms that guests can light. It's a gas fireplace. When it comes to bed configuration, so you can see that this is a king size bed. We can split the mattresses and do German twins, but we can't, because of the bed configuration, do twins. We do, however, have twin rooms available. So once again, configuration wise, even if we push the 2 twin rooms together, it won't be a flush king. So that's why our team will always try and navigate and assist you with rooming. There'll be a few kind of questions at the stage when you make a reservation. As mentioned, fireplaces in all the rooms, and then these rooms are interleading. So we've got 25 of the luxury king rooms. They interlead, which 9 of them interlead with twin rooms. So we can sell the twin rooms separately, but when it comes to families, know that we've got 9 family rooms, interleading options upstairs as well as 9 downstairs. Talking about downstairs rooms, so this is a luxury king garden room, the exact same layout as the luxury king room. The only difference is upstairs we've got carpets. It just helps a little bit of sound absorption. Downstairs you've got a solid wooden floors, and then the layout of the bed, or the options of the beds, the look and feel of the bed is different. Reason for that is with everything our team could, we were kind of in agreement with many things, but when it came to the beds, it was a 50-50 split down the middle, of which who preferred the rattan bed versus the 4-poster bed. And typically in an audience, if you start to and you ask who likes what beds, it's always a 50-50 split. So we've actually decided to go with both. So upstairs you'll have the 4-poster, downstairs the rattan bed. There is a twin option as well that's interleading. So upstairs you have a Romeo and Juliet balcony. It's not a balcony that you'll go out and enjoy a glass of wine on, but you can interact like the Romeo, where are they seen, if you'd like to. And then downstairs you walk out on a terrace. So this terrace is 70 square meters. Our rooms are built to in the past, they used to have a shared courtyard. We've added incredible privacy with rewilding the garden. There's various privacy layers in the gardens. So it still looks out on a shared, or not a shared courtyard anymore, but it still looks out on a beautiful courtyard. And now when I sit on my terrace and you're sitting on your terrace, we can't log eyes. So it just creates that little haven. And you can see it's a great spot to read a book, have some wine, some charcuterie, and just a nice space to enjoy the outdoors as well. Bathrooms, so beautiful, classical, double vanity, large walk-in shower with both an overhead as well as a handheld shower. In your twin bedded rooms, it's a shower only. And in your king bedded rooms, it is a bath and a shower. So when it comes to families, so if it's 3 children, if it's 2 adults and 1 child, they can be accommodated in a suite, which I'll show you now. If it's 2 adults and 2 children, or 2 adults and 3 children, they need to book a 2 rooms, so an interleading king and twin. There'll always be a full bathroom in one of the rooms. Then luxury suites. So we've got 12 suites in total. They don't, so here you can kind of see that when I mentioned the shared courtyards, that there's now privacy layers in. Here they all cascade down to the river, the garden spaces. Beautiful lounge area with a kitchenette, and then a lounge space, and then there is a day bed for the child in the room. This is for children up to the age of 12. When it comes to families with 3 kids, please let us know. We don't have that option bookable on our website, but you can book that with our reservations team, because we'll have some of the rooms where there's a day bed in the twin room that can accommodate your larger families. And then we've got 4 suites with a little bit more personality. So I mentioned that this is a very special project for the family that owns Spier. We have the same family, South African family, that bought the farm in 1993, and they are really passionate about the art and preservation of culture and history. So we've got 4 suites that just add a little bit of their personality, a little bit of panache. So this is the history suite. You've got the Cape Chestnut suite, the Water Lily suite, and then the Yellowwood suite. They have the exact same amenities as our other rooms, as the other suites, so that separate lounge area with a dining nook and a kitchenette, a full bathroom, but there's just a little bit more of a personality in them. And there'll be a booklet in the room that explains the significance of the name of the suite and how it's been decorated. Then villas. So 2 villas that's opening keep saying mid-March, no, that's opening mid-2025. 3-bedroom villas, the exact same layout in all the rooms, its own living area, kitchenette, its own private pool, which is heated, large outdoor entertainment areas. When it comes to this area, I'm just going to say the living area of the villas, they are mirror images of each other. The only difference is the entertainment area, so and the layout of that. So what we've done is we've looked at the space. In the past, in that area, there actually used to be 3 villas, and we've demolished one, completely gutted it, because we really, like I said earlier, it's for us quality over quantity. Instead of having 3 really squashed villas, we want to give guests the freedom of space, and make sure we tick all the boxes of what you require from a villa. So we've looked at that space. The one area runs adjacent to the river, so that's why this area is slightly different. And the other end is called the garden villa, because there's a larger garden area that we're making use of. In our spa, so very, very excited, and I've signed my name up to be the guinea pig for all the treatments. I can't wait for us to officially open. This whole area, a courtyard, used to be 16 rooms, and we've now allocated to the spa. Adjacent to it is a herbal garden. So in the process of rewilding our gardens, there is a lot of healing in nature. So Spier works with a phytotherapist, Dr. Karen, and a lot of the spa treatments and the products that we use are made using the botanicals that now rewilded and that's growing on our farm. So this is our spa area. We'll also have a state-of-the-art gym alongside the river that connects with a little bridge also over to the rest of the farm, where there's 5 and 10 kilometer walking or cycling routes. So in our spa, we'll have 10 treatment rooms, which there's also 2 double that can also be set up as triple rooms. We have a Cape Herbal bathhouse, which is unique to us. A mindful movement studio. We've got Dr. Karen, our phytotherapist. There's a mani and pedicure lounge, infrared saunas, 2 steam rooms, cold therapy available, the little private pool. And then our spa range, our product range is specifically designed for Spier with the botanicals that grow on the farm. So I mentioned the Cape Herbal Bathhouse, which what is that? So it is a unique experience for Spier. It little bit of inspiration coming from her mum. So you'll actually start your treatment off in the on this heated exfoliation slab. Sorry, this heated slab where you'll start off with a full body exfoliation. You'll then jump into an ice cold shower, followed by a soak in one of these tubs. It's lined out with linen. So when you get in, we cover you with the linen. It's a safe cocoon. It offers that privacy layer. But during a session with Dr. Karen, you would have spoken about your ailments and or I'm saying ailments, but why do you want this? Do you want to relax? Do you want to rejuvenate? You know, you've got a little bit of jet lag or you're congested. And they would have created a special posy for you from the botanicals that grow on the farm, because in nature there is healing. And this would have steeped like a little tea. So when you get in, because we've taken off that first layer or that dead layer of skin cells, your skin is your biggest organ in your body, and it absorbs. So it allows you now to absorb the phytonutrients and the micronutrients that the plants or this posy would have deposited in the water. And while you sit there and having this relaxing experience, you get a beautiful facial and cranial massage. So really walking out refreshed. There's a big focus for us on wellness. And yeah, completely organic, as in line with our philosophy. The Kids Club. So an exceptional space where that kids absolutely love. Our whole thing is to share our love of the farm and our regenerative practices. It's getting kids away from mobile devices and getting them to get their hands dirty. We've got curated experiences for many age groups, so for teenagers as well. The smaller kids will be contained into the Buzz Club, where it's all nature-inspired play. Where the older kids, we do activities where we take them out into the rest of the farm with bicycles, collecting eggs, and yeah, getting them away from the mobile devices. So I keep referring to our farm, and this is our farm. So lots to see and do. I'll show you, this is our food garden, our wine tasting area. Here's the meeting point for Segway that takes you through to the rest of the farm. A picnickery where you can either collect a pre-booked picnic or build your own. Elemental play garden, which the little ones absolutely love. Our VAF area, which is great for picnics, lazing about, having a good glass or bottle of wine. Cowshed, one of our retail spaces. Vedas, our smokehouse and bakery. And then along here is our hotel and our accommodation village. Wines, too many to mention. Obviously, we are the home of Spier Wines, and we love sharing it with our guests. So one of the promises that we make to our guests, so our hotel is exclusive to our in-house guests only, where our farm remains open to the public. And our promise is that for every experience that we offer on our farm, we'll offer a more bespoke experience of that for our in-house guests. So be that wine tasting, wine pairing, kind of blending opportunities, there'll always be something slightly more vavavoom for our hotel guests, but these are some experiences that you can expect. So chocolate and wine pairing, wine tasting, and then blending on selected days, or if it is a small group, then it can be easier to arrange. When it comes to our food, so we believe in nutrient-dense food grown in great soil. Whether you're eating at Vedas, eating at the hotel, having a picnic, just know that careful thought went into everything that is prepared. We grow our own veggies on the farm. We have our own livestock, so you'll eat farmer Angus beef or pork. And don't try and come to Spier and think that you're going to lose weight. Even with all the walking that you'll do, we'll just continue feeding you. It's just exceptional, exceptional cuisine. Also, retail spaces with a difference. So we've got our craft market, we've got Cowshed, which is an incredible bespoke lifestyle gifts. And we know that whatever you purchase, that money goes, it's small batch procured, it goes back to the community. And it's very, very carefully curated. And then we definitely have a heart for art. Over 3,000 pieces in our collection. There's 1,800 pieces on the farm at any given time. One of our activities when we reopen the hotel would be to do a daily art walk, where we just share the significance of some of these pieces, and also just share a little bit of the history of the farm. And when it comes to the farm, we're now allowing guests. I mean, we've always been doing this, but it's never been guest focused or guest forward. So what we're doing now is there's options to actually roll up your sleeves, not necessarily roll up your sleeves, but join us as we share a little bit more about our passion when it comes to regenerative farming. So you can go out in the morning and collect eggs with Farmer Angus. You can go out with the team in the food garden and harvest for lunch or dinner, or take the kids for a stroll and pick some flowers, or just get in touch with nature a little bit more. Doesn't matter who the age group or who the target market is, there is so much to do for everyone, whether it's couples, families, small families with really young kids, toddlers, or teens. The farm is your oyster. We've carefully curated spaces over the years. So you'll see the families will gravitate to the elemental play garden and the bath. Couples will gravitate to the picnic spots around the dam and the river. So no one is ever encroaching on each other's space. Not a segment that everyone perhaps focuses on, but just to refer to it. So I've mentioned before that we have closed our conference venue completely. We still, though, have small event or gathering spaces available. Very farm focused, very, art focused, small meeting spaces for up to 30 people. That's also kind of great. You can use Manor House for a wine pair dinner. You can do a great art talk in River House. You can do a lovely meeting in the studio. So those spaces are there, but we'll never become a conferencing hotel again. And that, everyone, is the beauty of our incredible farm. We can't wait to open, and we can't wait to welcome you here.